you mentioned the wine, and I just maybe I'll be the last speaker, but I just have so many. All of my fond memories of Claudia are just her infectious laugh, her love for sort of the gusto of the moment. And one time I poured her glass too short, and she looked at me and said, "That's all I get." And I went out and bought one of those wine goblets the size of a fish bowl just for her. Fits an entire bottle in one. And so we cracked up about that every time I poured her a glass of wine. The story that started all of our, what I would call infectious laughter, because she looked for opportunities to laugh, always looked for any chance to laugh. And that's just like me. Always want to make the joke, as everyone knows, always want to be on the light side of everything. And she just loved that. She really was always on the light side. And she got her daughter to laugh. But this was the one that started it all. We were watching one of her motivational tapes, and it was this, all these luminaries of the whole Enlightenment movement, this black fellow, Dr. something, was talking about how important it is for us to habituate ourselves to a higher plane of understanding. And he kept using the word habituate. She goes, "What does habituate mean?" And I go, I was in the kitchen pouring some more wine for Claudia, and I said, you know, like, "Hey bitch, you ate the last cookie." She started cracking up. They must have laughed, the two of them, for an hour, and every time we got together since. But anyway, I love and miss Claudia for that. She was a fellow cut-up, and full of joy and inspiration, and always positive. And that'll probably live with me forever. So.
And a plug for Sweet Bill. I mean, that man adored my mother to the ends of the earth and was so, so good to her, as good as he could be. And he's sorely missed as well. So.
Well, you know what I think about the two of you and your family, and when I heard that you're bringing your mom home, I just thought that was heaven sent, that you brought her to your home.
I will never regret that.
And I don't know where that idea came from, but I was like, wow, spectacular. And I know she was happy to be there.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
you know, and Pam, but Donna's sister, couldn't be with us, but she was the person in hospice who literally made it happen in 24 hours. I mean, we decided on Saturday, and Mom was home by, the equipment was at my house by Monday.
Yeah, it was like a marathon.
It was a marathon, and it was, her sister did a phenomenal job with her company, and I wish Pam could have been here because she
wanted to. She actually got 3 referrals last night and this morning, so she's actually with patients today.
But she was holding one of my mom's hands when she took her last breath, and I was holding the other one. So Pam was very, very important part of that whole process. And without Longleaf and her company, I honest to God, it was a group effort. So many people were involved, and my brother and I are just very, very thankful that everything came together in the end, because I'll tell you, the last couple of years have been very challenging. So finally it all came together, and I know Mom and Bill are up there. I know they're watching, and I know that when you see butterflies, think of my mom. I don't know what Bill is yet. An airplane. He was a pilot and an avid flight enthusiast. So dragonflies.
What a kind man.
Oh, such a kind man. So it was kind of crazy, because between him losing his mind and her losing her body, you know, if they could have put him together, they might have had a whole person. But you know,
But at least they were together in the end.
Yeah.
you know, it's so
So
funny.
bizarre how that
Because
worked out.
when Bill declined, I wasn't even thinking about him. I hate to say it, but when I got the call, I'm like, "What? You're not calling about my mom?" So it was I think in retrospect, it was a total blessing that Bill went first, because my mom worried that he wasn't going to be taken well care of, even though I would have taken care of him. But it just all happened the way it was supposed to in the end. So thank you all so much for coming up here. I know this is a hall, but it's a very beautiful place, and it's very serene, very respectful. Love the military honors.
And Mike's sitting in the car because he has some leg problems. He gets kind of paralyzed if he stands.
So Max is committed here today to learn the piano piece the prayer
To the
service
prayer.
they had to
Oh,
play
yes.
together.
So next time, Joanne, when
That's
you
why I
ask,
thought
it
he
wa-
was, I thought you were playing that.
I suggest